Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, Patrick Gallo tells us about his new show at the Alleyway Theatere. And we welcome Moe's to our kitchen. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Well, joining us now is actor, director, and writer Patrick Gallo. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
You've got a long background, a lot of titles in your name. So tell us a little bit about your background for those who aren't familiar with your work.
I'm an actor and a director and a writer, as you introduced me as, which is great. Thank you for hitting all those marks. And I've been doing it for 30 years, living a creative life in New York City and Los Angeles. It's just been my passion, you know, my love. Mm-hmm. That thing you wake up every day and you kind of immediately are going, what am I writing? What am I gonna shoot today? What am I gonna make? Mm-hmm. You know, and that's kind of how I live.
Yes,
you know?
You're an artist.
Yeah.
And you've made a show all about it. You have a show called How to Be an Artist in 10 Super Easy Steps. So being an artist, is that easy? 10 steps and you're there.
Just 10 steps, takes about 50 years.
Okay.
But yeah, just 10 easy steps, you know, boo, and that's it, and you're done. But yeah, that's the premise of the show. And it's basically, you know, it chronicles the first quarter century of my life. And there are these moments that I went back into my world and stories that I experienced and people that I interacted with and found the ones that I felt were like the seeds that were planted during that 25 years that kind of bloomed into this creative view and this creative life that I committed to. Mm-hmm. And that's what the show covers. Mm-hmm. You know, these 10 really interesting, strange, hilarious, whimsical, tragic stories that have occurred in my life that made me who I am and kind of seasoned the cast iron pan. That is me.
That is you.
Yeah.
And this is a one-man show, by the way.
It is a one-man show, except there is another man behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. In this show, in the last run, the music was designed by me but pre-recorded. Mm-hmm. And in this run, I decided to bring in a great musician from the Buffalo Philharmonic, Sal Andolina, who is the bass clarinetist and saxophonist. And we put together a completely live score.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's really beautiful.
You've lived out your jazz musician dreams.
I did.
All in one in this show.
I really, at the end of the day, want to be a great jazz musician. Working with them fills that cup for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So give us an example of some of these easy steps to becoming an artist.
Some examples. I guess, well, let's do the first one, which is... break rules for a better view.
Okay.
And I think the lesson in there is never mind the warnings. If there's something you want to experience, if there's something you want to see, if there's something that makes you curious, deal with the trouble later. Take the gift now.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission. Absolutely. You nailed it. Do you want to do this with me on Friday night?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because I love that. I love that.
You know, or they say, well-behaved people rarely make history.
I love that, too. And I don't know if I'm always asking for forgiveness, by the way.
He kind of just does what he wants.
Sometimes it's like, forgiveness. Like, we don't need it. It's fine. I got what I got out of it, and it's fun, and I'll tell you about it. And then the last one is Revel in Greatness, which is... a story about a moment that I had with one of the great artists, a really unique interaction that really changed my life. When you're that close to someone who is just a powerful presence. Luciano Pavarotti.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be next to a man like that in a very unique situation who just emanates this power and vibration of soul and artistry. And that was another huge moment in my career, that made me see things differently. and embrace the beauty that is the life of an artist, which is also very dark.
Yeah.
You know, and difficult. I've struggled, but you know, you look at it all and you go like, oh, that beautiful struggle and all this joy, and then you mash it together and you go, okay, it's just all worth it every day.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, you're performing at Alleyway Theatere. Tell us
correct.
all about the show and how long it's running.
It is running 2 special performances, Friday and Saturday night, this Friday and Saturday night, which is the 11th and 12th. Yes, it is. I'm terrible with numbers.
Okay.
Which is why I'm not a math teacher.
Yeah.
Although I would love to talk to people that love math.
Well, that's why I got into journalism, because I wasn't good at math.
Oh, you weren't good at math either?
No.
See, you should be with me on the stage.
Because
we have all this in common.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We'll make a show together.
numbers make me very, very scared. Yeah, so we're doing the show, 2 special performances. It's a live score, and it's really unique. And each monologue is broken up by a little piece of film that I made, and it's an interesting journey. It's not a typical one-man show, which is, hey, I think my life is super interesting, so you should all come and see it, you know? And I was born, and now I'm here. It's mixed up. It's scrambled.
Okay.
And all these instances and stories are scrambled up in a surprising way.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see that performance. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about it, Patrick.
Yeah.
Viewers, if you want to learn more about Patrick Gallo's play and buy tickets to How to Be an Artist in 10 Super Easy Steps, head over to alleyway.com to get your tickets. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.